Pencils down. That's it. Pencils down. There
Drop
we go.
'em.
Pencils
Down.
down. That was
Put
Ramble
'em
394.
down.
Thank
Good
you
job.
so
Good
much.
job.
I was Jerry Rocha right there. Eddie Pence.
Golf
Thank
clap
you so
that one.
much.
That's
Golf
a
clap. That
golf
was
clap
a
one.
really good one.
Nailed it.
Not our best, but not our worst.
No, it was. I think for a little late in the night. I think we were maybe lacking a little energy in that one, but I think we pulled through. We showed up.
Yes,
we showed up
right.
and did our jobs.
Absolutely.
We carried our lunch. We brought our lunch pails and we did our jobs.
Like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We're blue collar, bringing our lunch pails, doing our jobs.
Everybody that lives in this fucking miserable city is miserable. So these guys go to their stadium miserable with their hard hats and their lunch pails.
They got their hard hats and their lunch pails. And
ready
they're
to be as
they're
miserable
working.
as everybody else from here. Here we are.
Don't try to enjoy your life. Just be miserable.
Just be
with your lunch
miserable
pail.
and wave your stupid fucking towel. We. Here we are. You think it's just you and I, Eddie?
Sure.
It is. It's been a very Jekyll and Hyde day for alt-right Cody. You know, he can and indefinitely postponed the Jack
He got
Smith
that.
case.
That was a nice move on his part.
Not a great day in New York.
No, that testimony was...
That hurt. And then, you know, his girl Cannon might get recused anyway.
And Gnome is just doubling down on the...
Gnome just wants to kill. She just wants to kill. That's it. That's what she wants. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to try to make this shit a little smoother.
All right, make it smooth. Make it smooth.
I forgot to plug in my camera. So it's just on Wi-Fi, and ain't nobody trying to have that.
Ain't nobody want that.
But we're gonna hardwire
want that.
See if that does anything. See if that does anything. But here we go. Ramble 394 OT. Ramble OT 394. Subscribe to the Ramble. Give it a 5-star rating. Give it a positive text review.
Come on. Do it.
Yes, it's not difficult. And to prove
it's not at all.
Not difficult. Right now, we're still at 144 5-star ratings. However, there's a new winner of the positive text review, Eddie. We have a new champion. Seahawks fans' reign lasted about 5 days. Hiccup 4 is back. It's my title.
Back,
taking my title. Taking back my title. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you. The title of it is just, it's my title. Wow.
It's my title.
Wow.
You know, but I want to show everyone out there how easy it is to give it a 5-star review.
Yeah,
watch. Here I am. There's the app.
There's
right?
a Ramble page.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Boom.
Wow.
5-star review. I just laid one in. I just laid one in.
How did it? Was it tough on you, Eddie?
No. I've been doing this show for nearly 5 years, and these fucking people just made me have to do it myself.
Right. Which we look at as just a little corny. Doing it ourselves.
Didn't want to have.
We don't want to stoop to that.
But I did it.
But we do what we do.
Congratulations to Hiccup for reclaiming their title.
Just bringing it, man. Hiccup, wow. Just can't be denied. This is like Hogan losing to The Undertaker.
Right, and then Tuesday night in Texas.
Just right back. Give me that.
Right back, and then stripped.
Just stripped.
Then it got stripped by Jack Tunney. Jack Tunney stripped it.
It's tough.
And then put it up for the winner take all at the Royal Rumble that year.
The tons.
How much pussy did Jack Tunney pull?
Oh my God. There's just it.
It's legendary amount of puss, I would imagine.
There's no way. You had to go through him if you wanted to meet any of the superstars.
Right.
Stop it. And even without that, just being Jack Tunney himself.
Just being Jack Tunney, just walking around.
Just a man of, I mean, my God. Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Does the 8-men out scandal even happen if Tunney were in charge of Major League Baseball back then?
No.
They're too afraid.
They're too afraid.
What?
They'll love what they're getting paid, and they're just going to play their game.
They're going to enjoy it.
Jack Tunney rules with an iron fist.
0% chance Jose Canseco introduces steroids into the league if Tunney's in.
Right. If Jack Tunney's former president, does he have to pay off a porn star for the news story not to come out.
Not Jack.
No.
The porn
Jack
star.
Tunney just gives her a look, and she knows not to say anything.
I'm not saying a word. I don't even. He ain't. I'm not. No depositing anything. I just. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's
Jack Tunney.
That Jack Tunney. Man. Jack Tunney. 144 5-stars rating. Hiccup back on top. This is just crazy. We have merch. Our TeePublic plays. Email us, Ramble at the Ramble Pod. You can Twitter us at Podcast Ramble, the number 1. Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We're on YouTube at the Ramble Teeb. There we are. And we're just going to pretend that Cody's here and you're hearing the music. 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Why not, Eddie? All right? If you know the words at home, sing along.
Sure.
Inagata da vida, honey. Don't you know that I love you? Inagata da vida, baby. Don't you know that I'll always be true? There we go. The rest, you have to wait like another 9 minutes till you get to the next part of the song. Dare I... Now, I'm not trying to just shit on... Yeah, because they were clearly the one-est hit of one-hit wonders, right?
Sure,
but
sure.
Is that the greatest riff in music history?
It's pretty down. It's pretty dope.
I mean, how... I mean,
it's such a great riff. I think once you do, you're like, I don't know what else to do.
How can you write another song?
You can't write another song.
Can we make this song last our entire career? It's 17 minutes, but can we just make this like a 8-year song? Man, and I'm going to go rogue here, Eddie, because I promised us a goosebump moment of the day.
Sure.
And we're going to do it, but I'm giving you 2, okay? I'm actually going to, I know.
Okay.
And I'm going to go in honor of Inagata Davida in Manhunter when William Peterson crashes through at the end and then...
That's a good one.
Woo!
That's a good one.
Woo! At the end of Manhunter. That was fucking great. But yeah, Inagata Davida is just, it's an all-timer. It's an all-timer. And, like, the fact that, and I hope the urban legend is true, that the lyrics were in the Garden of Eden, but the guy was so drunk when he sang it that it just came out.
Inagata Davida.
I hope. Like, I hope. Because he knew, if he was that blitzed, he knew that was it.
Yeah.
He was like, this is our one. This is it. And so there we go. This is, we're still, by the way, guys, we're still on Ramble OT for Ramble 394.
Yeah.
Still in the middle of Ramble overtime. Just want to let everybody know.
Let anybody know we're still OT in it.
Still Ramble overtime. Eddie, let's start with you. What's your goosebump moment?
Goosebump moment.
And I'm going to give you my real one, but I had to go with that moment in Manhunter.
Okay. Sure.
To kind of,
Sure. This was probably God. I'm trying to think. This was like 19. It's early 80s.
Ooh.
One of the first. I think it was 81. Yeah, it was the year after Empire Strikes Back came out.
Wow.
And do you remember those old cheap costumes, or it was just the face mask and then like the rubber, like the plastic bodysuit you would put on? It was just
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that might be one of the reasons I got cancer, was just wearing those costumes.
Wearing that thing around all the time.
Just smelling it.
It had a little mouth slit, and you would just breathe through it. And it just
remember how bad
chemicals.
It stunk? It just smelled so weird, those things, right?
And you wear it for like 4 straight hours, sweating your ass off.
Right. Oh, God. Brutal. Brutal.
But I remember my dad came home from work, and this was like a week before Halloween. Right?
In one of those costumes. That was his job, right?
Was the same child, but he just ripped through the thing.
He had to wear those 8 hours a day,
that was
5
his
days
job.
a week.
But he comes home, and I hadn't picked out my costume. I didn't know what I was going to be for Halloween yet. I didn't know what I was going to be. And he comes out and he's like, I stopped by. He would do this every once in a while. He would always, on his way home from work, he would stop by, and he used to get me, he'd bring home like Mego dolls. Remember like the old Megos?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like Superman, Batman. Like he'd bring those just as a surprise every once in a while.
Every
once in a while, I get
Remember
I
that?
get like Superman or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
if I'm not mistaken, the Migos had the plastic head, but like the outfits were actual cloth, were they not?
yeah, it was cloth, and like they had
Yeah.
plastic gloves that went on. Like Batman had plastic gloves.
That's right. Yeah.
So he'd bring home stuff every once in a while. You get a toy, and it was always kind of cool.
Those are the best times, man.
It's the best time to get a toy when you're not expecting it.
We're not expecting.
And this time he brought home a box, and I was like, what is this box? And I pull out a bag, and it's the fucking Boba Fett. It's like the Boba Fett It's that Boba Fett Halloween costume. And I was like, and Boba Fett was all the shit at that point when you were a kid.
Back
Empire Strikes
then,
Back just came out.
We thought, well, this is as close as it's ever going to be to looking like him.
Oh,
right?
this is this. I'm putting this on. I'm going to look screen accurate.
Right.
Right. I'm putting this on. I look like Boba Fett. Screen accurate.
I walk
Boba
in front
Fett.
of Han Solo. He's shitting his pants if
Right.
I'm wearing this. Boba Fett. Like that's. Oh wow.
But yeah, that was like he pulled that out, and I was just like, I just remember like I couldn't move. I was like frozen, like holding this box with this Boba Fett shitty Halloween costume.
So fucking great. I remember thinking that fucking lineup of bounty hunters was so awesome in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, you got Bosk, Forlom,
IG-88,
IG-88, Zuckuss, and Boba Fett.
They all looked fucking great in their own. You know what I mean? Like you.
That's the one. That's one thing I've regretted with like all the Star Wars content they put out is they never just did a series where those guys were pulling off a job.
Oh man, like an Ocean's 11 with them.
Yeah,
like
or do a fucking like a Ocean's 11, or even like a fucking make it like a mystery, like a Usual Suspects. Like they're just all on a job and it goes wrong.
Great. And they turn on each other and shit.
They turn on each other because they're bounty hunters. They're all just being paid, and you don't know who's setting them up. It's just like
that would have been fucking killer.
Fucking like why? Like that's right there. Do that.
I'll call it now. IG-88 and Boba Fett, last man standing.
Oh, I would imagine Zuckuss is out.
He's first one gone. He's the first one gone. Still look cool.
Here's that.
But first one gone. Now I got to tell you my goosebump moment, Eddie.
Yeah.
And it's. And I've heard people talk about this. I don't know how they did that shot. But, man, the more I think about it, it's maybe... I don't want to get sacrilegious. I don't want to piss people off, Eddie. I really don't.
Well, not here. Not the Ramble. We don't.
You know how much...
How devout we are. Devout Christians that we are.
Right. You also know how much the Predator films mean to us.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Predator 1 and 2, for sure. Predators was okay.
Predators
was awesome.
and Prey. Prey was
Predators,
awesome. Predators was okay.
Predators is okay. Really?
Yeah.
God, can I just say, this is not my goosebump moment, but is it bad that the Predator franchise has a way higher batting average in Star Wars?
They've never made a bad Predator movie. I mean, Predator vs. Alien, yes, but that's got the alien involved. But just a Predator film.
The most recent one before Prey was shitty.
Oh, that last one where they had
the Predator dog. And
yeah, what was that one where they went? What was that one called? Not the Predators. Was it just called The Predator?
The Predator, maybe. That one.
That was the only bad one. But
that dude.
But other than that, that's 4 out of 5. Ain't bad. You can't. Oh, you hit mute.
The batting average.
Now you're not on your
crazy?
mic anymore. You're not on your mic anymore.
Uh-oh. Is this better? Can you hear me?
No, I think you're coming through your laptop or something else.
All right.
All right. Hold on. All right. But I'm just
getting.
Saying.
This is getting.
There's not. No, it sounds better already.
All right. Thank you.
4 out of 5 Predator films are good.
Yeah.
Good or better.
Or
right?
Great. Yeah.
Good to great. 4 out of 5.
Right.
Star Wars can't say that.
No, Star Wars can't say that.
Star Trek can't say that.
Star Trek absolutely can't say that. Marvel can't say that.
Marvel can't say that.
I mean, Marvel, we all like a lot of what we see, but objectively, it doesn't have this. Nowhere near. And Alien damn sure doesn't have.
No, Alien does not.
Average. Predator does.
And if you take out that one, the Predator movie, or whatever the fuck that was, they're fucking batting 1,000.
They're batting 1,000. And dare I say, the Terminator movies.
T1, T2?
Those are the ones.
What else?
What else? That's it. I mean,
the other ones
you
are kind of
can make
ass.
the excuse that RoboCop 2 was fun as a rewatch, and 3 is really the only shitty one, and then that new remake. But that's still 50-50 for RoboCop.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Not the same. It's but now
and Jurassic Park's got 1 out of 6.
Jurassic Park did nothing but fucking
got
blow
1 out of 6.
They blew it after that first one.
They're
Now
the
that
85
first
Bears.
One
They're the 85 Bears.
They really were.
Jurassic Park is the 85 Bears.
They won that one, and then
and you're like, oh man, this is going to go on forever. These guys are great. And one and done.
This is, I mean, God, is the Predator? Are they the Brady of science fiction franchises?
They may be the GOAT. Science fiction franchise. If you go just based on the quality, not fandom.
You go quality, right?
Yeah, just
not
quality.
the popularity of fandom, but the I don't know. But anyway, so my goosebump moment, and dare I say, Eddie, it's the greatest shot in any Predator film.
Okay.
And it's Predator 2. Okay. When Danny Glover leaves the meeting with King Willie, and King Willie's alone in the alleyway, and then the water splashes. And then that shot of the Predator stepping in the puddles and the electricity crackling,
and he pulls the sword out of his
out
of his cane,
and he starts screaming, and then he's still screaming, and he realizes it's his severed head the Predator's carrying. Fuck,
great.
Dude! But that shot, I heard a visual effects guy on a podcast say, I don't know how they did that. I still don't know how they did that shot with the steps splashing the water. And the electricity and like the kind of invisible fucking incredible.
Wow.
That's my goosebump from Predator 2. The I guess the end, the death of
the transition shot from the scream to the severed head.
Yes, the death of King Willie is my goosebump moment scene. And that's and I don't know, that might be the greatest scene in all the Predator movies. Just camera shot.
Technically, might be
good, good. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, Done Dirty, they're the right movie, and that was the era of Rugged Ronnie Garvin as a referee.
Right.
Do we set up?
I'm going to pull up some facts on Rugged Ronnie Garvin.
Let's do that first.
Just so we can familiarize people with the man himself.
Right.
He deserves at least that. I'm going to go to his Wikipedia page. Ron Garvin, born Roger Barnes.
Still with us.
1945, still with us. Canadian former professional wrestler, better known by his ring name, Rugged Ronnie Garvin. His known appearances for Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and the World Wrestling Federation in the late 80s and early 90s.
Right.
Garvin held over his career, someone tells he held over his career, he held the NWA World Heavyweight title. That's rarefied air for a wrestler.
He had the strap.
Yeah. He headlined Starrcade 1987. He headlined Starrcade.
Wow.
Right.
Wait, 87. I wonder how many years we're into Starrcade at that point. You know?
Probably a couple. Let me see.
Not
Let me see how many
many,
Starrcades
right?
I want to see how many Starrcades we had.
Wow.
Let's see. The event. How many Starrcades? Come on. It's not. It's giving me just the results for one Starrcade. That's Starrcade 87, Chi-Town Heat.
Chi-Town Heat. There it is.
That's the one he headlined. Let's see what the results were of his match in that in Chi-Town Heat. But look at this lineup. You had the first match, 6-man tag match. Eddie Gilbert, Larry Zbyszko, Rick Steiner versus Jimmy Garvin, Michael Hayes, and Sting. Then you
wow.
Yeah, that was a 6-man fought to a time limit draw. Then Dr. Death Steve Williams beat Barry Windham. Wow. The Rock and Roll Express and Robert Gibson defeated the Midnight Express with Big Bubba Rogers.
Who was first, Rock and Roll or Midnight? Or were they both around the same time? Rock and Roll,
Rock and Roll. But I loved Midnight Express.
Midnight Express were cooler.
So fucking. Nikita Koloff defeated Terry Taylor.
Wow.
And I think this is right around the time Terry Taylor left for
to go be a rooster.
Another done dirtier had to be done.
Whoa, that could be next Rambles.
Right.
Done dirty.
Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard defeated the Road Warriors by
Whoa!
disqualification. Yeah,
See,
for the
Arn
NWA
and Tully
World Tag
were
Team.
such an underrated tag team.
They were so good.
They were
Dusty
so
Rhodes,
fucking good.
Dusty Rhodes defeated Lex Luger for the U.S. title.
And Garvin headlined all of this?
Ric Flair defeated Ron Garvin in a steel cage match for the NWA title. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, he was a Flair, so that
he was the champion. He was the champion heading into that match.
Wow.
But that card is insane. That card is all Hall of Famers.
That's all Hall of Famers. Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
So Rugged. Now, at this point, we're what? 2 years, 3 years removed from that. When
80-90, I think it would. Yeah.
And he's in the WWE. I remember the first major match I remember seeing him in was WrestleMania 5 when he went up against Dino Bravo and he did the Garvin stomp on Frenchie Martin.
Yes.
That was, I remember that. And then shortly after that, I believe he lost a retirement match. And he became a referee.
I forgot who he was. Let me see. Who was he feuding with when he became the referee?
That's a good question. That could not.
Okay, here we go. Garvin went on a feud with Greg Valentine. He had a. Okay, this is where. At the Royal Rumble, he competed in the Royal Rumble match, but got eliminated by Andre the Giant. He lost to Dino Bravo at WrestleMania 5.
Oh, right. But then he got his payback on Frenchie Martin. He lost a match, but did the Garvin stomp.
But beat up Frenchie Martin. Garvin went on to feud with Greg Valentine. That's in a televised match with Garvin won. Valentine was interviewed immediately afterwards and challenged Garvin to a retirement match the next week.
Right.
So Garvin beat Valentine. Valentine was pissed, challenged a retirement match the next week.
Let's put it all on the line, Garvin.
Right.
Which
Valentine won. Garvin soon started portraying a referee, but during matches he would fight with the wrestlers and would not listen to his orders, such as Dino Bravo and the Brooklyn Brawler. Despite warnings by Jack Tunney, Garvin punched Valentine during his match with Snuka, which led him to being banned from refereeing.
See, you don't fuck with Tunney.
No, you don't fuck with Tunney. He lays down the law. Then Garvin at SummerSlam served as a special ring announcer.
They just gave him shittier job after shittier job.
He served as a special ring announcer for Valentine's match against Hercules. Garvin stated during his foe's introduction that Valentine was underweighing himself by 30 pounds and had 2 left feet. Oh, just quick on the mic. Just
how did Valentine recover?
2 left feet. I mean, where do you go?
I don't know how Valentine had a match and didn't just go after Garvin right then and there. I don't know.
When Valentine pinned Hercules with his feet on the ropes, Garvin announced Hercules the winner. So Garvin got Valentine so irate that he had Garvin reinstated so that he could get his hands on him, because you can't beat anybody up unless you're wrestling.
Right.
That
is just assault. But why do they have to do all this? It was Vince just like, what if we have a man on the inside messing things up? Garvin, you're going to be a ref. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
So he was a former NWA champion.
And
they brought him into the WWF, and within 2 years he was feuding with Greg Valentine, who, no offense to Greg Valentine, was a mid-card, if not dark match talent at that time in his career.
For sure. Yeah,
his heyday was the early '80s.
Yes,
during the rock and wrestling era. By the late '80s, early '90s, he was mid-card or dark match.
Yeah, I have to go done dirty because nothing memorable came from this. Yeah. And instead, you could have just had Garvin working in the ring, actually having significant matches. I mean, it's funny, the idea of the guest referee fucking things up, but that's a guest referee. Rugged, I'm gonna have to say done dirty, Eddie, because nothing.
A former NWA champion brought to a bigger promotion, and they'd have nothing to do with him, so they make him feud with a mid-card guy, and become a referee.
His one claim to fame is he got he got to beat up a valet at WrestleMania 5.
Right.
That's what
After headlining Starrcade 2 years earlier
against Ric fucking Flair
in a cage match.
This
crazy.
Was absolutely Vince just having to show his dick. I absolutely done dirty.
I'll take your top guys, bring them over here. They're mid-carders at best.
And then I'm going to make them do goofy shit like be a guest referee
or make them turn them into a chicken or a rooster.
Done dirty. And you see now why Sting never went.
I don't blame him.
I wonder what he would have done to Sting had he got. Oh God, would he have been?
And he was done. And Sting was finally done dirty when he did come.
Yep.
And had his match against Triple H at WrestleMania.
Would Sting have been the maitre d'? That would have probably been the maitre d'. He comes out with like
you're gonna bring a tray,
and you show them to their table.
Order. You're gonna show them to their seats and give them popcorn.
Fucking brutal.
Garvin, however, now owns several used car dealerships in North Carolina.
Well, we need to go. We need to go get a car from Rugged Ronnie Garvin. If you can't make payments, do you get the Garvin stomp? Does he come?
I think that's what he shows up to your house,
repos your car, and then Garvin
or he Garvin stomps the car.
Good luck driving this thing.
What are you doing?
It's like Street Fighter, just destroying the car. Destroying with every stop. So we agree he was done dirty.
Done dirty. Vince did dirty everybody that came over from NWA around that time.
He really did. It was just
because they had nowhere else to go. They were done with the NWA,
and he knew.
And he knew they had nowhere else to go, so he just brought them over and made fools out of them.
You'll make way more money here, but you're gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Except the Road Warriors, who he knew he'd always wanted to get his hands on anyway, and he finally did.
He was like, okay, fine.
So he pushed those guys.
And Flair,
but even Flair, they bungled that up.
Yeah,
because they brought him in, and everybody was like waiting for the Hogan Flair thing, and then they announced it at WrestleMania 7.
Yep.
There was going to be Hogan Flair.
Right.
That was the original announcement. And then like a week later, they changed it and made it Hogan, Sid Justice, and Flair, Macho Man.
That was terrible.
And then we never got a really good Hogan Flair build-up and match.
Not even when they were both in WCW later.
No.
It just never happened.
It was never. And it was perfect. It was completely set up for it. When Bobby Heenan came over and had the real world championship and was showing it around.
It would have been, fuck.
It would have been perfect. I don't know, but Hogan probably didn't want to lose to Flair, and Flair probably didn't want to lose to Hogan.
That was it. I bet that's what happened. I bet they couldn't agree on.
Well, McMahon wasn't going to let Hogan lose to Flair. Wasn't going to let his guy lose to Flair.
No.
And Flair was probably like, "Well, I'm not going to lose to Hogan."
Yeah, I'm not this guy. No. Whew. Oh man.
But they were building it up perfect because we were talking about that Tuesday night in Texas when Undertaker beat when Hogan.
Right.
And they stripped it and they gave the title, and Flair came out with the chair and caused the interference for Hogan to lose the title to the Undertaker.
Right.
And then Undertaker beat him, or Hogan beat him the other night in Tuesday night in Texas, and then got stripped. It was all set up to be Flair Hogan for the world title at WrestleMania 7 or 6 or whatever it was.
7, I think.
7, 8. No, wait. Yeah, wasn't it 8?
If it's the one that Justice
or
came
9,
back,
9, WrestleMania 9.
Because that's when the Ultimate Warrior rescued him.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, because 7 was Sergeant Slaughter in Iraq.
Yeah. What was 8?
8? It might have been 8.
6 was Ultimate Warrior. 7 was Sergeant Slaughter. I think 8 was Hogan Sid.
Yeah, Hogan Sid.
With Papa Shango, and then Warrior comes out to save him.
And I think 9 was the Caesar's Palace with Yokozuna and Hitman.
That was 9 or 10. One of the I think
that was 9.
Let's look it up. Let's find out for sure. Because one of our
Ramblers answers.
Several of our Ramblers are screaming at us.
I know.
What we've gotten wrong.
Take that energy and type a positive text review.
Right. That's what we want. That's what we need. All right, y'all. That's all right. Let's see. Jesus Christ! Can we just go by Wikipedia? Okay. Okay. All right. So 6 Hogan Warrior, 7, Hogan Slaughter. 8. 8 was Hogan Justice. And then 9 was a Yokozuna debacle at Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, 10 was Yokozuna Hart when Roddy was a guest referee.
Yeah, that's when Hitman had to wrestle Owen. He lost to Owen, and then he got to wrestle Yokozuna in the main event, and he beat him.
And was the main? I don't remember this. The main event of WrestleMania 11 was Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
He main evented Mania.
Lawrence Taylor. Wrestling was practically on life support at that point.
Yeah, it had to have been. That was Jesus Christ.
Hogan, I think, was in WCW at that point, and he's still doing the same Hulkamania thing.
Right, he wasn't evil yet.
There was no Bash at the Beach yet. They were over there, and it was just WrestleMania was just literally on life support at that point.
Oh man,
because McMahon was not confident. He would not push. I don't think he was ready to push Hitman or Shawn Michaels to be main eventers.
They were ready. They could have done.
But he'd rather have Bam Bam Bigelow face Lawrence Taylor in the main event of WrestleMania.
Oh, rough. God.
Yeah.
Was Bam Bam Bigelow done dirty?
Had Bischoff not turned Hogan bad, then we would have been stuck with Lawrence Taylor headlining WrestleMania.
That would have been it
for the next 5 or 6 years.
It would have been over. It would have been over.
Because he was forced then to change.
Of all the shit Bischoff takes, he that single-handedly saved wrestling.
Yeah.
Was that. And then then Vince was like, all
that
the
forced Vince to pull the curtain back and do
attitude.
The attitude.
And that was even better. But that
otherwise we just would have had fucking Dit Butkus wrestling headlining. It just would have gotten worse and worse. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, King of the Ring.
Oh fuck! Could you imagine? Fuck! The Brooklyn Brawler versus fucking Dr. J.
WrestleMania 12. In a dunk contest. That's where it was headed, though.
Yes. That's a title. The Brooklyn Brawler versus Dr. J. That's what it was. That's where it was going. No question. Oh, that's painful. Now, so yes, Rugged Ronnie Garvin, done dirty, made a referee.
Done dirty.
Now, the devil's advocate, Eddie.
Oh.
You and I are going to... A song, we've talked about this before, but fuck it. We'll do it again. Because I heard it the other day, and I'm like, how dare anyone shit on We Built This City by Starship?
Oh.
How dare the worst song of the 80s, like several publications have said. It's such a great fucking jam. It's such a great jam.
No one changes the station when that song comes on.
Who does? Nobody. You out of your fucking mind if you
Nobody.
And dare I say, no one changes the station.
You know the lyrics.
Yes, I don't know what Marconi plays the Mamba means. Nobody does, but I don't care.
No one cares.
Does it matter? Does it fucking matter? What does half of Smells Like Teen Spirit say? I don't know who fucking cares.
I'm a bino? What was that?
What does that even mean? I love it. Crank it. Same with this. We built this city. Bow, bow, bow. I mean, god damn. And then I might take it a step further. Does Starship have a bad hit?
Ooh.
Let's go there.
Okay.
Let's go there. Do they have a bad hit? I mean, and then also, should they, whoever's still alive, from all the iterations, from Jefferson Airplane to Jefferson Starship to Starship, right?
Sure. Right.
Should they just, whoever's left, come together and form a supergroup called the Jeffersons and just tour with, and they just play everything from Jefferson Airplane up to Starship, but they're called the Jeffersons.
I love it. Including the theme song to the Jeffersons.
That's what they hope they come out to that. We're moving on up. Like, oh my God.
They have a full choir. And they're all just clapping.
Oh God. Got a deluxe apartment in the sky. Jesus.
Wheezy.
Dude, their final hits. It's Not Enough. Wild Again, which was in the movie Cocktail. Stop it.
Dude,
Stop
great
it.
band. It's a great band. Great song.
Let's look at the Starship. Okay, here are the greatest on the Starship Greatest Hits album. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Jane, you say it's all over for you and me, babe.
It's a jam.
Jam. Find your way back to the heart.
Ooh.
Find your way back.
That's a finger banger.
We built this city.
Oh.
Bow, bow, bow. Sarah. Ooh. Sarah.
If you have a girl named Sarah, you're getting lucky that
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And then also, while we're here, and we can build this thing together.
From Mannequin.
Kim Cattrall. What else do you need? Let him tell you what crazy. I don't know, man. I just think we built this city. You said
I think that was nominated. Wasn't that song nominated for an Oscar?
How's it?
For Mannequin?
Can we
I
get
think
mad
it was.
at what lost? Can we
check
get
it out?
Mad
I
at
think
what
that song may have been nominated for an Oscar for best original song for a movie.
Can we get mad at whatever won?
Yeah,
that wasn't
I think
that.
We can riot.
Riot. Can we do this? I mean, you thought January 6th was ugly.
Dude, that ain't nothing. That's a dust up, as Jack Del Rio would say.
Wait till you see what we do.
That's a dust up.
Jack Del Rio. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Let me just tell you some of the winners here. Okay, Over the Rainbow won in 1939 for Wizard of Oz, but you're telling me that nothing's going to stand in our way. That wasn't it?
We build this dream
together, stand strong forever.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
I know we've done this before. I don't care.
Runs out of lovers.
All right, we're gonna. So first, we're still saying We Built This City is a masterpiece, correct?
Masterpiece, fine art.
Okay, so let's just do the 80s. 1980.
Okay.
Here were the fucking On the Road Again.
Okay.
Willie Nelson. Out Here on My Own. People Alone. And 9 to 5.
Dolly.
And your winner, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Was that the right move, or was On the Road Again or 9 to 5 done dirty?
That's tough. On the Road Again's classic.
I know. 9 to 5. Okay,
9 to 5's classic.
The very next year.
Yeah.
Randy Newman, One More Hour from Ragtime. The first time it happens from the Great Muppet Caper, 81.
Oh.
Now, this is where it gets, I don't know, For Your Eyes Only, Our Girl. Ooh. For your eyes. And yet, my love in the finger banging.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore. There's only you in my life. However, the winner. If you get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy. What do you think?
Great.
I mean, you can't argue with that. Now, 1982, from Best Friends, How Do You Keep the Music Playing?
Yeah.
From Yes, Giorgio, If We Were in Love. From Tootsie, I got a feeling that it might be you all of my life. Then you have Rising Up, Back on the Streets.
Yeah.
Did my time, took my chance. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. And all of those lost to Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong.
Oh, that's tough between that and Eye of the Tiger. I think I got to give it to Eye of the Tiger. I think Eye of the Tiger done dirty on that one.
I think Eye of the Tiger was done dirty. And then in 1983, this was tough because he had Yentl with 2. Papa, Can You Hear Me? The Way He Makes Me Feel. Tender Mercies, Over You. And then Flashdance, She's a Maniac.
Oh, yeah. Maniac.
And your winner, What a Feeling. It's believe. I have to give it to Flashdance. I think Flashdance, What a Feeling. All right, then 84. Wait, what year? When was Mannequin?
87. 87.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right,
86 or 87.
Yeah, we're getting there. All right, so then 84. You have Who You Gonna Call? Ghostbusters.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
You have Let's Hear It for the Boy from Footloose.
Footloose. Yeah.
From Footloose, you have Gotta Get Loose, a Footloose.
So 2 songs from Footloose.
And then you have So take a look at me now.
What
and
one?
Tell me what you.
Because that's a tough category. Those are all winners.
They're all winners. And your winner? No New Year's Day
Boom,
to
boom.
celebrate.
Lady in Red.
I just
The Woman in Red, right? Woman
in Red to say. So
I love you. Oh,
that I don't. Any one of
Dude,
those.
do they have years like this anymore?
No,
For
not
best
even
original
close.
song?
No,
Not even close.
Not even close. Any one of those 84 songs could have it.
Anyone from
one of
80 to 84. They're
Yes,
all
they're all winners. Now 85. Oh God.
Okay.
White Knight, yeah, for the movie White Knights, you have Separate Lives by Stephen Bishop. You have Sister from The Color Purple. You have Surprise, Surprise from A Chorus Line. You have Don't Need Money, don't need fame, don't need no credit card to ride this
What
train.
one?
Eddie?
Because that, to me, so far, this is the weakest year.
Weakest year. Are you ready?
Of the other ones. Outside of Power of Love, that's the weakest year.
Time out. The winner.
Okay.
Get your finger. Is your finger condom ready?
Oh, yeah.
Say you, say me. Say it for always. That from the movie White Knights as well. That's the way it should be.
Who knew out there that
who knew?
An Academy Award winner is also a finger banger? Right?
My God. So, 86, we have That's Life, Life in a Looking Glass. We have The Mean Green Mother from Outer Space from Little Shop of Horrors.
Great song.
We have Somewhere Out There from An American Tale. And then you have...
Suddenly Seymour didn't get nominated?
You would think. Or even the fucking Dennis song. But yeah,
but
Suddenly Seymour, nothing.
Great.
Suddenly Seymour, even the Feed Me Seymour. I mean...
But like Suddenly Seymour, like that should of
one.
all the songs in that
That's
movie
the
to get nominated, that should have only been nominated.
So then... Then you have, I am the man who would fight for your
Karate Kid Part 2.
Whew. And your winner.
Mm.
Boom, 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 boom.
Take my breath with Top
in
Gun.
slow motion here. I mean, you can't argue.
Can't argue with that one. Can't argue with that one. I'm sorry.
Can you argue? And then we have...
That's a hands down.
Here we go.
87. Here we go.
87.
Is this the year?
We have Princess Bride, Storybook Love.
Okay.
You have Cry Freedom.
Sure.
You have Bob Seger. Break down, shake down, you busted.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills
2. Is that 2 or 1?
2. And then you
right?
have...
Yeah, 2.
And we can build this thing together, standing strong forever. Did not win. Your winner.
Yeah.
I had the time of my life.
Dancing. Yeah. It's hard to argue.
Hard to argue.
Hard to argue.
Hard to argue.
I still prefer Mannequin.
Me too. Wait, what year was Beverly Hills Cop? Was that 84?
84, 85.
I got
84, 85. Neutron Dance was the big one.
How was Neutron Dance not nominated? How was fucking The Heat Is On? How was that?
On the Street. Yeah.
Both those. Oh, now if it was 84, where do you fit it in? Because you have Ghostbusters.
That might have been the issue.
Footloose Against All Odds, and I just called to say, where do they fit?
You don't put it. You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
It doesn't even.
Somebody's
fit.
got to be left out. Someone's left out.
Anyway, the balls on these people to say we built this city.
Right. From the Academy Award nominated Jefferson
Starship. I mean,
the balls.
We built this city. We built this city on rocket. Let's look up the shit talking, shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we look it up? Do we want to even know?
Shit talkers. Expose the shit talkers.
Debut single by American rock band Starship from the 1985, knee deep in the hoopla. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Written by Bernie Taupin, Elton John's guy, and Martin Page. Gee, what a fucking... Oh, what pedigree. My God. Come on. And let's see. And I don't care that the song was really about L.A. and it was really about San Francisco. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Who cares? It's a great song.
It's so great.
Get over it.
It did receive a Grammy nomination for best rock vocal or pop
of course it did.
duo.
Because it's an amazing song.
It's a great song. Do you want to see what beat him?
What beat him? Let's see.
Okay, look.
Okay.
Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. You can't get mad at that.
Yeah, I can't get mad at that. I was ready to get mad. I was really ready.
Me too.
I was ready to be mad as the wind, but I'm not.
In 2011, Rolling Stone magazine online readers polled named "We Built This City" as the worst song of the 80s. With the song winning margin
Who'd you poll?
So large,
what idiots did you poll?
Reported it could be the biggest blowout victory in the history of the Rolling
what
Stone
morons
readers poll.
Of the 80s? What morons did you poll?
Of the 80s. You're telling me that was the worst song of the
80s.
You are out of your fucking mind.
Out of your fucking mind. Go fuck yourselves all.
Go eat a bag of shit if you think that.
All the bags of shit.
GQ called it in August 2016. GQ magazine declared the song as the worst of all time, referring to it as the most detested song in human history. Not here.
Not here.
Not here.
Not ever.
Not ever.
Not here, not ever. Fuck you, GQ. You don't know what you're talking about. Most detested song of all time?
It's crazy.
Of all time.
Of all time.
And Limp Bizkit for the Nookie is hanging out there. And
that's just, you're going to give that.
And We Built This City on the Rock and Roll is the most detested song of all. Kid Rock. Anything by Kid Rock.
They Who Must Not Be Named. 2,311 minus 2,000. And you're telling me. You're telling me
we built this city on rock and roll.
2,622 minus 2,311. And you're telling me.
With a straight face.
We Built This City is a worse fucking song.
Eat all the bags of dicks.
All these fucking, and that's why we can't have these fucking hipsters writing these fucking articles.
You can't.
Or putting these fucking things because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We Built This City is a great song. Okay, you know what,
jam.
Eddie? I didn't want to do this. But I'm gonna have to. Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. I just want to see how what's your just visceral reaction. Okay. That's all I want. Okay. I just want to know what's going through your head when you hear, say you don't know me or recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways eating up the night. Marconi plays the mamba. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. I mean, how are you? Who has an issue with this?
Dude, I'm erect right now.
Can I ask you something right now? Tell me if they were wrong here. Can you tell me if they didn't predict what would become of capitalism, okay?
Yeah. Right.
Someone's always playing corporation games. Who cares? They're always changing corporation names.
Right? Right?
Okay. No, but the worst.
That's just corporations buying other corporations and getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's it.
So one day everything is owned by one company.
That's it. We don't want to care about capitalism. We just want to dance here. Look, those fucking people. I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad at that.
Unreal.
We do this once every.
Mambo number 5 is out there.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody,
Mambo number 5 is out there, and you're saying We Built This City is the worst song of all time?
Worst
Mambo
song.
number 5?
You're kidding me. Hold on. Let's just think. Okay.
Who did this, Superman? That song is out there.
That's all. I'm behind on here where you just got me, Superman.
Superman. That's out there.
You know what's so funny is I think we've done this before, but let's look at this Rolling Stone top 10 worst songs of the 80s and tell me what's wrong with any of these fucking songs.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 10, Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
Fucking legendary song.
What's wrong with that?
Legendary song.
Number 9, Taco, Putting on the Ritz.
Outside of the blackface in the original music video, it's a flawless song. Outside of the blackface.
How is this top 10 on anything bad? Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind.
So far, So far,
Gimmick.
all those would go on a single mixtape
For me, I'm doing it.
for greatest 80s hits.
Number 7. When you worry, when in life you might have trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. What is wrong with these people?
Have you changed the station yet on any of these songs?
None of them.
None of
Number
them.
6. Ooh, rock me, Amadeus. Boom, boom,
Nope.
boom.
Fucking
Still
Amadeus
listening.
is a fucking jam.
Number 5.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand.
Okay, what is it?
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Safety dance?
Whether no friends of mine, I say. Oh, God.
These were all hits, by the way.
God.
These were all hits.
Oh, God. Eddie, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
A jitterbug. Wake me up before you go, because I ain't planning on it go. What the fuck is wrong with
all of these songs have played in their entirety if they're on my radio right now.
Number 3. Never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I can't believe that was number 3.
Wow. It's a finger banger.
Number 2. The final countdown. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And of course, number 1.
I dare you to feel shitty when that song comes on.
Anyone
I dare
knows.
you to feel shitty.
The people who made that list are the
let's
top
dox
10
that
people.
person.
They all need to be doxxed, and they all need their asses kicked. All right, now, I'm so mad, but We Built the City is such a great fucking song. Eddie.
Oh, that whole list.
Now, the Steel.
You went blank on me again.
On everything.
Nope, now you're back on the other thing. I'm not hearing you on the microphone. I'm hearing you on the laptop.
Ow. There it is.
There it is.
Right?
Oh,
there it is.
Silky,
Cut out.
silky now.
Silky now. Now,
yeah.
The steel cage has been lowered.
Okay, sure.
Tweeky from Buck Rogers.
Beady, 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 beady.
Versus Vicky from Small Wonder.
Beady, beady.
Now, I'll take you through it,
Oh,
Eddie?
Buck. Oh, Buck.
Oh, Buck. You give me,
Beady, beady.
You tell me what you think, how you would assess this. You can Jack Tunney my booking here.
Okay.
I have no question on paper. This could be the closest one we've ever done on paper.
I think if you tail the tape, I think they both measure up pretty even.
You're like,
tail the
okay.
tape, I think they both.
And I think at first it's a little close, but then I don't think anyone realizes just how cold and ruthless Vicky is.
Right.
Yeah,
she's a murder bot. She's a murder bot. She's a murder bot. Yeah.
Whatever she is programmed to defeat Tweeky, that's what she has to do.
Tweeky is solely just a transport mode for that round thing that sits on his chest.
Right. He's just there to be cute. Vicky's there to
He's there to
done.
move that brainiac thing around that's on his chest.
And Vicky is kind of in what she does the dirty work.
Yeah.
She does the dirty work for that family.
Yeah.
So I
think
buried
bodies. She's buried bodies for that family.
Right. And I do you know how many hookers she's murdered so the dad would never get busted?
Right. And then he's had to wipe her memory every single time.
Right, every time that she had to kill a hooker and then bury the hooker.
And then memory wipe.
Oh, Vicky, hey, I need you, pal. So, and I think people don't understand how ruthless a Small Wonder stable is, if that makes sense. So I think even though she's destroying Tweeky, Harriet, the neighbor chick, comes running out with a bucket of water to dunk on Tweeky, right?
Sure.
And that's when Gil Gerard's just had enough, and he runs out to the ring and just starts beating the fuck out of Harriet from Small Wonder. I mean, I think Gil Gerard just he removes the padding around the ring and just pile drives Harriet onto the concrete. You know what I mean? He's just like, fuck this. So then I think that's when Jamie from Small Wonder comes out.
Okay.
To and he tries to get the jump on to help Harriet. Gil Gerard. And then that's when I think Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins comes out to prove that he's not Jamie, to kind of kill that urban legend.
Right.
And so they're all working each other over, and throughout all this chaos, they don't realize that, like, Vicky has now just beheaded Tweeky, just ripped his head off, and just ripping all
just
of
ripping
his
the parts out, right? The servos and everything.
There's nothing left of Tweeky.
Now, see, I think now at this point,
Yeah.
they're in the ring, she's ripping the shit out of Tweeky, right?
Right.
Dr. Theopolis, which was the thing on his chest.
Right.
That's sitting ringside.
Right.
Dr. Theopolis hacks into Vicky at this point.
Oh, there it is.
And reprograms her.
To put Tweeky back together. But
she
Vicky's already been
reassembles
DQ'd, though.
She's already, the match is technically over, but Tweeky.
She was DQ'd 8 minutes ago.
Yes, this match has been over for a while. But now she's reassembling Tweeky.
Okay.
Thanks to Dr. Theopolis reprogramming.
I like this. Yeah. And can I add to this?
Yeah.
I think within the horror of all that's happening, all the people who came to interfere, Harriet, Jamie, Gil Gerard, Billy Corrigan, they want to come in and try to do something.
Right.
And I think that's when you have Bishop from Aliens, both Terminators, and the little owl from Clash of the Titans.
Right.
They all just protect the ring, and they're like, "This is
it's a lumberjack match now. Now it's a lumberjack match.
This is cyborg business." You know what I mean? Like they're gonna settle this their way.
Right.
That's it. Do you have her? Now? I say Vicky reassembles Tweeky.
Right.
And then goes about her business.
No. Well, then she goes into Dr. Theopolis has programmed her to reassemble Tweeky.
Right.
Then Tweeky runs over, puts on Dr. Theopolis back on his chest, activates his laser, his rocket boosters on his feet, and flies out of the arena.
He gets the fuck out of there.
And before he leaves, Dr. Theopolis activates Vicky's self-destruct. And he's gone, and the arena is just obliterated with all of the cyborgs.
And they make it happen. They're like, this has to happen.
This has to happen. So the sole survivor is Tweeky and Dr. Theopolis.
That's it. It's the most tragic match in wrestling history.
Because you can't fuck with Dr. Theopolis.
No, you can't. I mean, that's the X factor.
Yeah.
God, Eddie, what a ramble. Jesus, what a ramble.
Wow.
Could you think of a better one? I mean,
no, we settled so much. We settled so much.
Let me take what a ramble OT. I'm sorry.
Right. Not a proper ramble. That ended 56 minutes ago. 56 minutes and 30 seconds ago.
Was when that was what a ramble OT. Next ramble, Eddie. I don't know if you're ready for this. $3.95. We're back with our finger blast song of the day.
Woo!
We're gonna have our action figure / video game of the week. It's Gumball Love Time.
I love it.
The Best Around, Star Wars prequel song.
Oh.
Ooh. And the Super Nintendo game that should have been The Prince of Tides. Here we are. The Prince of Tides, Super Nintendo.
The movie adaptation game. The Prince
movie
of Tides.
Do you see if you're walking past a Blockbuster and you see that's the Super Nintendo game they have available to rent?
You rent it. That's a rental for sure. For sure, that's a rental. I don't know if I purchased it, but it's a rental.
You want to at least check it out. There we go. You know where to find us. Subscribe to The Ramble. 5-star rating, positive text review. We love you all. Stay safe out there. We'll see you Friday for a Ramble Radio. Until then, everybody.